Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Samantha Ray. I was previously a florist a few years ago, or a floral designer, and I just never stopped loving the art of designing with fresh florals, and so I figured why not bring it to you and make it accessible for everyone to enjoy and be able to make their own flower arrangements. And that way you can enjoy them for yourself, you can give them to others, and just have some, amazing flowers around the house. So today I have a couple options that we're working with. So today I thought it would be fun to do something very bold and bright, very tall, very traditional. I feel like most of the things I've done is either more compact, modern, or I suppose, I don't know, compact, modern, and like very flowy, open, wildflower type of. So I've done modern, I've done compact, I've done wildflower where it's very open and flowy. So I thought today it would be perfect to do something very traditional, as you would, see throughout history, where flowers are, very symmetrical and very big and out of this world. So that's what we were going to do today. Today I am using these really soft colored mums, or pom-poms is the variety of mums that they are. These were pretty inexpensive. They were $4.99 for the whole bunch. They also come in lots of fun colors. I have delphinium, which is a really fun blue color. It does come in another lighter blue color, but that's the only two colors I believe it really comes in. But these are nice and tall and linear and very exotic and different from what you would normally see in a flower arrangement, so I thought that would be a lot of fun. And then next I have these stargazer lilies, which of course smell amazing. Unfortunately none of them are open quite yet, but as they are cut and put into some, fresh water, they will start to open and be massive, amazing flowers. So I'm excited for those. So I have this big bunch of flowers last. It has snapdragons in it, it has sunflowers, roses, a little bit of waxflower, which everyone knows I love, a little bit of greens, which will help, build up that base, and then also some solidago, which is definitely one of my favorites as well. So I'm really excited to dig into this and get started. Of course, I am going to start by prepping all the flowers. Everyone knows I like to prep my flowers first. That way, once we get to the creating part, you don't have to worry about prepping the flowers. I'm doing all of them, and that way you can just put them right into the vase. So we're just gonna start by doing that. So same thing, we have some delphinium, and because I don't want to remove too many of the flowers, because I'm not sure if I will be able to see them in the arrangement I'm making or not, I can always remove them after, but if I remove them ahead of time, we could want them, and then of course, unless we want to glue them back on, which I'm not going to do. If you want to do with your free time, go ahead, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them on and remove them as I design. These are all kind of twisted together, so I'm just trying to gently break them apart from each other. next to these amazing stargazer lilies, I am going to remove the bottom leaves. You can actually very carefully peel these ones that I've already kind of split open at the top here. You can actually peel them back and it'll help them to kind of say, oh, okay, it's time to open. Let's start opening a little quicker rather than, you know, trying to stay closed. So you have to do it very carefully because they can crack. But if you gently just piece them apart, they'll start to open up really beautifully a little bit quicker. And not only that, but then these little guys in here that turn very orange and then turns everything, basically it touches into like Cheeto dust, it looks like. You can pull these out before they turn into that Cheeto dust type of feeling and they don't leave any residue. So it's always a smart thing to remove them before they make a mess. Last is our big guy, so just gonna kind of remove a lot of these bottom leaves and gonna somewhat separate it. I am just gonna use it how I want in the arrangement, so really not too much prepping, but I do want to remove a lot of these bottom leaves just because it's a lot going on and that could be a lot of debris in the water that's super unnecessary. Okay, now for the good stuff. A very heavy but very beautiful vase. So I know it's very tall, so I'm going to try my best to design with it in the frame. Because it's so tall, and I don't think I bought the best flowers. I have some leftover pink hearts from Valentine's Day. So I figured I'd just put those in the bottom to take up some space, make it work. But with that being said, I am going to start with the big bunch. What I'm gonna do is try and find the green parts and pull those out first. Pull them out first, put them in first. You can always measure, put the bottom of the stem here and see where it lands. Now, because I know I have the vase has about an inch of glass in the bottom and then a little bit of that, so I think just a little bit off of that. We're good to go. Since this one's so short, I'm just going to save it till later so that way I can just add it in wherever it looks like it's necessary. So just placing those in, trying to get myself some structure there so I can start laying down the other flowers and they're not going to flop all over. And then also just kind of building out. I'm gonna have to move the camera up because this is already massive, so. Okay, so now it's taller than me, but that's okay. So surprisingly, even though the sunflowers do have the biggest stem, I'm gonna put them in first because I know that if I put them in last, there might not be enough room for the stems. I might overcrowd the vase. And this is also gonna help build that structure in the vase. So I am just gonna take my knife. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable with a knife, don't do this. You could probably do it with some scissors. I'm just removing some of those like little nodules. I don't know what they're called. Something, the little bumps on the thing. That way it's a little bit easier to go in there. It's not going to get stuck on things. And I think this one looks like a nice one that just wants to have its head right at the front, kind of popping out, saying hello. You can always take your knife and make the stem a little bit smaller, because I do have a good amount of flower. And so I have 3. This one looks like it's the smallest. So I'm thinking maybe one just right there, and then maybe this one kind of tucked in the back so you can see a little bit of it, but they're not all just facing dead at you. Fell off my seat. And of course, there's not that many flowers in it yet, so they're not going to be exactly where I want them to be, but I can always move them. I'd have to say that's the best part about flower arranging, is that there's no one way to do it. It's never going to be perfect. Flowers aren't perfect, humans aren't perfect, and so your arrangements are not meant to be perfect. Have fun with it, enjoy it. If you don't like something, move it. If it moves the other flowers, when you move one, keep moving them until you're happy. Spend 6 hours doing a flower arrangement. I'm sure you don't have any responsibilities. Alright, so I think I am. Typically I go in last with the wax flower, but I think just because I'm going to use it as just texture and some filler, I'm not going to like use it in a design aspect per se. I'm going to use that next. I need some new shears. These ones don't want to cut anything. All right, getting fuller, getting some more color in there. It's getting bigger, but I like it. Next, I think I'm going to do the dragon snaps. Love these flowers. And I think I'm going to do them all on this side. A lot of movement to them as well. Can you see that one back there? Next, I'll go in with the Solidago. This is one of my favorites. It's really fun during the fall time. It's a nice yellow color. Sometimes they spray it or dye it into fall colors as well, but I love it for this nice fluffiness that it brings to the bouquet. Oh, getting ahead of myself. So I have both the lilies and the roses next. Let me take a peek at it myself. Oh, she cute. I think what I'm seeing in my eye, of course, you probably have it in your eye where you would put your things, and that's awesome. But for me, I think I'm going to do the roses kind of nestled right in here. So like 3 of them right down here. And then I'm going to take these and kind of put them throughout here. It's hard to kind of see them. And then like I said, these are going to open up and be really big and a beautiful vibrant pink, and so that'll add, you know, some more color to the arrangement. Adds a little bit of height to the arrangement. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I put them in there and I don't really like now where this flower is. So I'm gonna take it out. I see a place that I want it. It's a little shorter. And so I'm gonna put it right here. And you can just see the difference that this one piece makes. So it just kind of looks bare right there. And then I just place this at an angle, make sure it's in the water. And then boom. Adds a little bit of flair. This is looking so good. I'm so excited. Okay, doing the roses next. So now that I know I'm putting them down, I'm gonna remove these bottom ones. Don't know if you can see that or not. What do we think? I'm not done yet, but I think it looks pretty amazing. Okay, have a little bit of a mess. Let's clean this up. Okay, so I have these, and I have these left. I think I'm gonna start with these. I might add a couple of these, come back to these. So let me see how I feel about it. I'm gonna keep these all to one side of the arrangement, and I am gonna put them on the side with the snapdragons because although I know it looks a little bare on this side, these, like I've said, I don't know how many times, but they're gonna open up really, really big, and so we don't want to cover them up because when they do open, they're gonna be amazing. So okay. I lied. I didn't mix and mingle. I just put them all in. So, last are these beautiful babies. One of my favorites. If you haven't learned that by now, it's in like every video for me. I use these because they're just a fun texture. They're a great shape. They come in so many great colors. So I'm going to use some of them in the back because I don't have that many flowers in the back, and I don't really like leaving the back of my arrangements very bare. I like to just add a couple in there. So that way, even if someone does see it from the back, it still looks fresh and full. So I think as I turn a couple right there might be nice. Wow, this one's really nice. I think I did get some really awesome flowers this time around, but it does make sense. It is that time of year. Spring has sprung, everything's happy and blooming. So I'm kind of just messing, this piece was really taking away from that rose. So now I'm just trying to move it a little further back so that the rose is more of the focus rather than that green piece. Those roses, the color of these are just stunning. I don't want it to lose focus. Last flower. Voila! Someone wants to be the center of attention, and it's not the flowers. All right, well that's all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it looks pretty, wow. It's very big. So if you're looking for a big arrangement, I guess get a big vase. And I think like in total, I probably spent less than $30, maybe even less than $20 on all these flowers. So I think the most expensive thing was that wrap of flowers, but it had such a good variety that I couldn't pass it up for like 13 bucks. It wasn't too bad. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe, that way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I'm here teaching you how to design anything and everything floral related. And if you would like to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this. And just thanks for spending your time with me. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!